Hi and welcome to another video of Made by Siem. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this tube light Desiree mini. I really enjoyed making this one. I love it. A couple of months ago, I think about a year ago, maybe even longer, we started off with the written pattern in Dutch. There is the written pattern as of now, as when I started filming this video, is only available in Dutch. And I can remember that I've said something about it during the video, so I'm gonna leave it there. I will be talking in the video about it later on. But the picture that you see as a thumbnail looks different towards the one that you see right here. And the pictures that you see are the pictures that I used in for my written Dutch pattern. Now you will see this one in our Facebook group and on my other social media. Maybe I'm gonna do a short as well for the first time. I've never done that before. So yeah, maybe you will see this one soon in a short and on Instagram. But you didn't see it in the first pictures of the video and not in the thumbnail. So now you know why. Yeah, I really enjoyed making this one. I hope you guys enjoy making it too. And I'll see you guys in the next clip. These are the materials I'm going to use for this tutorial. This is the durable double four. It's a 100% cotton yarn, aran weight or worsted weight number 4. One skein has 100 grams and 150 meters. I'm going to use color number 2158 and the color is light green. Now you don't need the whole skein. Approximately I'm going to use 32 grams of the yarn, but it just depends on your tension and the way that you crochet. I'm going to try to put the yardage for you across the screen and the ounces that I used for this tutorial. Then a H hook, a 5mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, a LED waxing light, because you don't want to use a real waxing light in your crochet work. Please don't. So go for the LED one. Then 5 stitch markers. This is a wooden ring, 7 centimeters across, from the outside to the other outside. Now if you have one that is a little smaller, or if you don't want to use it at all, it is fine, because we're going to use this excuse me, we're going to use this for putting it up, for hanging it somewhere where you want it to be. If you have another solution, it's fine too. Then 2 metal rings of 10 centimeters from here to there. Like I said, I'm going to put all the information somewhere across the screen. If you cannot find it across the screen, then please go down to the description box of the video, where I will put as much information for you guys as I can. Alright? And so if you have any questions at all, don't don't hesitate, just ask them, and as soon as I see it, I will come back to you guys. So a medium worsted weight yarn in any brand that you have available will be fine too. I just happen to love this beautiful Dutch brand. Alright, that's it. Let's go and get started on the tutorial. And this is what I like so much about the durable double four yarn. It has a center pull. I don't know how you say that. I think it's called a center pull. I love that. Okay, see you guys in the next clip. Okay, I'm going to start off with a slip knot on my hook. this is how I do it, but do it as you prefer. There are so many different ways how to do this. Be sure to leave a little bit of a tail end because you will need that to sew your tail end in later on. I've decided that I don't want to work over my crochet tail, over this yarn tail, because you get a little bit of a thicker piece in your work, and I don't really like it. So therefore I decided that I'm not going to work over my tail. Do as you prefer. Alright? Now, we're going to make a standing single crochet over the metal ring. This is the 10 centimeter, my first 10 centimeter ring. Now, with the loop on your hook, go inside your ring and grab your yarn, pull through, then you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both of the loops. There it is. Your first standing a single crochet. If you have another way to attach the yarn to your ring and then do a single crochet, that's fine too. Like I said before, do as you prefer. Now, we need in total for this mini version, this mini LED version, we need 80 single crochet stitches over the complete ring. So next, insert your hook, grab your yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Insert your hook in the ring, grab your yarn, yarn over and pull through 2. And this is what you need to do until you have 80 single crochet stitches. I will see you guys at the very end of this round. Alright, at the very end of the round you should have 80 single crochet stitches. It's a wise idea to count your stitches just to be sure that you have enough stitches, okay? Now, before we are going on to the next round, what you need to do is be sure that your yarn, your stitches are not twisted. So therefore be sure that all your stitches, all the V's of your stitches are on the outside of your work. Just turn them to the outside. See? So now you're sure that your stitches around your ring are not twisted. Okay? Now, in this pattern, we're not closing off the round after each round. We're working in spiral, and that's basically because it looks a lot nicer. Yeah, that's why. So this was round number 1, and again, be sure that your stitches are not twisted, or the chain of stitches. I don't know how you say that. I think you get it. Okay, no. So into the first stitch, we're going to make a single crochet. So this is the first stitch, single crochet. Now get your stitch marker and place the stitch marker in your first stitch. Sorry, it's hard to show that when I'm doing that, so this is how it looks, right? Okay. Now into the same stitch, a half double crochet. Oh yeah, and in this video I'm using US terms. I should have said that in the beginning actually. Right, so yarn over in the same stitch as where we just made the single crochet. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, then you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Now skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch 2 half double crochet stitches. Yarn over, insert your hook, grab your yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, and in the same stitch another half double crochet. Do not crochet too tight. Don't pull on the stitches, just crochet them and use the thickness of your hook. I'm saying that because it matters for the result of the complete pattern. Okay? Now skip 1, 2, 3 stitches and 2 half double crochet stitches in the next stitch. And as you can see, I have a little bit of a loop there. You see that? That's the whole point of this pattern. Just do not try to make it smaller. Okay, I really hope it makes sense. You'll see in the end. And then skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. So this is the repeat for this round. 2 half double crochet stitches in the same stitch, and then skip 1, 2, 3 stitches. Again, 2 half double crochet stitches, 1, 2, and skip 1, 2, 3 until the end of the round. This is what you need to do. I'll be back. I'm gonna put the camera back on as soon as I have the 3 stitches left that I should skip. Then I'll be back, and then I'm going to show you guys what to do next. Alright, at the very end of the round you have 3 stitches left, 1, 2, 3. Then take your stitch marker out, the first stitch, which is the single crochet of the previous round. Then yarn over and make 2 half double crochet stitches in this stitch. So we're not closing off the round, we're working in spiral. Place your stitch marker back into the first half double crochet that you just crocheted, like that. Now skip the next stitch and go to the next set of 2 half double crochet stitches. As you can see, the loop here is a little bit bigger than this one. This is how it is supposed to look. Now the stitch here, the half double crochet stitch, has 2 loops on the top, the V, and 1 on the bottom, like this one. Okay. Usually when you work in a half double crochet stitch, so what you do is you work underneath the 2 strands of yarn. That is what you need to do in this pattern too. Some people work in the hole here. Now you can do that if you prefer, but your work will look completely different. That is not what I meant it to look like. But like I said before, do as you prefer. If you like it better to work on the 3 strands of yarn, it's your work. You know, you are the one that has to be happy with your work, right? Okay. But the way I meant it to be is working on the underneath the 2 strands of yarn. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab your yarn over and pull through 3. Yarn over into the same stitch, another half double crochet stitch. As you can see, you get a little bit of a hole there, a little bit of a, yeah, see? That is what it is supposed to look like. Now skip the next stitch. The next stitch is the second stitch of the 2 stitch clusters of the previous round. Okay, so you skip that one and you work in the next half double crochet stitch, which is always the first of the 2 stitches, and you work another 2 half double crochet stitches in there. Skip the next stitch, 2 half double crochets in the next, skip, 2 half double crochet in the next, skip. And this is what you need to do all the way around. Basically that is it for the outside of this pattern, but I'm going to show you again how to start off round number 4. So at the end I'll be back to show you guys what to do next. Okay, and as you can see, you see all these little strands of yarn through there. This is what it is supposed to look like. Okay, see you in a bit. Alright, I am at the very end of round number 3. So round number 4 until round number 10 are basically going to be the same. Be sure that when you count your rows that you do not forget to count the first one. The one around your ring is your first round, right? Now, for round number 4, first we need to take our stitch marker out. Then work 2 half double crochet stitches into the first stitch. 1, 2. Put your stitch marker back into the first stitch. There you go. And then just keep going on. So skip 1 stitch and then work 2 half double crochet stitches underneath the 2 strands of yarn of the next stitch. And be sure you always work in the first of the 2 stitches. That is what the that's why the pattern looks like as it does, because you're always working into the same stitch. I know I'm crocheting fast, but you've done this before in the last 2 rounds. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You need 10 rounds. Keep going on. Enjoy it and go and watch one of your favorite shows. That's what I'm going to do as well. And as soon as I have done in total, counting the first one as well, 10 rounds, I'll be back to show you guys what to do next. Enjoy. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. This is how it is supposed to look. Okay, now I did my 10 rounds in total. Round number 11 is basically the same except for the last 2 stitches. Okay, so take your stitch marker out, 2 half double crochet stitches into the first stitch, just like we did before. There you go. Place your stitch marker back into the first stitch. There you go. And then please keep going on until you have the last 2 stitches left. Okay, basically you see 3 stitches, but you have 2 stitches and then you skip 1. So the last 2 stitches where you basically should crochet in are going to be a little bit different. So I'll see you guys at the end of round number 11. Almost at the very end of round number 11. Now you have 2 stitches left. You see 3 stitches, and that's correct, but this one belongs to this, because we have the 2 half double crochet stitches and we need to skip 1, right? So then you have 2 stitches left. In the next stitch, the first of the 2 of the previous round, 1 half double crochet, and in the same stitch a single crochet. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, yarn over and pull through 2. Now skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch, which is the first stitch at the beginning of the round, you should slip stitch. So insert your hook, grab your yarn, and pull the yarn underneath your loop on the hook. So we just closed off our round. Okay, round number 12, chain 1. Then now get your second 10 centimeter ring and get yourself 4 stitch markers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Because in this round we're going to crochet over the ring, and at the same time we're going to place stitch markers. If you want to place your stitch markers after you crochet your round, that's fine too. But some people really like it to do it as they go along, so they don't have to count all the stitches back. I'm just going to tell you up front, so you know we're going to do that. Okay? Now, be sure that you have your ring and your strand of yarn over the ring and not underneath the ring. It should look something like this when you hold them together. Okay, so this one, it goes over the ring. Now, after you did the chain 1, insert your hook into the first stitch. Then go into the ring as well, and grab your yarn, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. This is your first, I was trying to speak Dutch and English at the same time. This is your first single crochet of the round. In each stitch across, each stitch around, we need 2 single crochet stitches. So another single crochet stitch in the stitch and around the ring. There you go. Now your first stitch marker goes into stitch 1. So I'm placing it into the first stitch. There you go. Now in each stitch around, 2 single crochet stitches per stitch and over the ring. Okay. Next one, single crochet and single crochet. Your ring should be attached to the piece now. See, it is attached. If that's so, you're doing it correct. Okay, so I've done 4 stitches. The stitch markers go into stitch 1, stitch 21, stitch 41, and stitch 61. So now you know, okay? So in each stitch around, 2 single crochets and over the ring. I will see you guys at the very end of the round, and do not forget to place the stitch markers. It's just a lot easier to do that as you go. Alright, I'm all the way around. I did not close off the round yet. We're going to do that in a minute. So as you can see, 2 single crochet stitches per stitch. Then a stitch marker in stitch 1, 21, 41, and 61. Yep. Where is my stitch here? Okay, take the stitch marker out of your first stitch, and then place, and then work a half double half, no, slip stitch. Sorry, all the stitches. Then in Dutch it is a halve vaste, which means something like a half a single crochet. Okay, now you get it why sometimes I get confused with the stitches. So insert your hook into the first stitch, then grab your yarn and pull through, which is called a slip stitch. Alright, okay. Now, we're going to make the loop so we can hang it. We're going to make a string so we can hang our lamp. In my written pattern in Dutch, as far as it goes now, the written pattern is only available in Dutch. Maybe in the future I'll get it done, or I'll find someone who is able to translate all my patterns into English. But as of now, it is just the video for you guys. I'm sorry. If there is a written pattern available in the future, you will find the info down below into the description box. Because maybe you're going to watch this video in about 10 years. But for now, as I'm filming this video, it is only available in Dutch. Okay, chain 1, and then single crochet into the first stitch. There you go. Now, the amount of chain stitches that you're going to do is all up to you. As I was about to say, in my written pattern in Dutch, I said 60 chains or more or less if you need another length. Okay, so I have decided that for this one I want to have another length. I don't want it as long as the 60 as I did in the other one that I did. So the one that you see on the pictures at the first of the screen, because I want to keep it all the same. This one is different than the one that you saw at the beginning of the thumbnail. That's how you call it. The picture that you see when you see the video is called the thumbnail. This one is a different one. Okay, so I don't know how many I'm going to try. I'll let you know in a bit. Yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the next clip, I'm going to tell you how many I did. See you guys in the next clip. Alright, I did 36 chains. Now, if you put it down like that, then here is your string, your chain. Be sure that your chain is not twisted. Hold your hook and your chain like that, and then just turn your tube lights, and then go to stitch number 41. So the one is just across right there. This is stitch number 1, stitch number 21, 41 right there, and 61 right there. Okay, so go to that stitch, take your stitch marker out, hold your finger right there, and be sure that your chain is still not twisted, and single crochet into that stitch. And in the same stitch, just a slip stitch and a chain 1. Then leave a little bit of a tail end, cut your yarn and pull through. Pull it tight so this piece goes almost into the stitch. Now, this is just the first bit of your tube light. What I always do is I get the two rings just like that, and I just pull it a little to stretch the stitches so they look a little bit nicer. It takes some time to get all the wrinkles out. If you place it back into your cupboard like that and you hang it up, it looks all crooked. So leave it for a bit and have some patience, because it will look super good in the end. Alright, so this is what I have done so far. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to weave in my yarn tails at the inside of my lamp. So I'm going to show you that. Where is my... Oh, I should have got that, and I haven't told it at the very beginning. You need a darning needle to sew in your ends. Let me get one. There you go. I need to put that across the screen. Just note to my hubby, because he will be the one that will be editing this video. Well, most of it. There you go. So yarn tail, pull through your darning needle and then go through the stitches. Be sure that you don't see it on the outside. There you go. And then underneath a few stitches right there. On the inside of your lamp, three times, going back and forth, and don't pull too hard on your piece of yarn, because it'll look off if you do so. Okay, done that, and then cut your yarn. There you go. So I have done this one. You need to do the same with the one on the other side. Okay, so be sure that you weave in the yarn tail on the inside of your work. I'm going to do this one in my Dutch video, and I'm sure that you guys will do a very good job sewing in that yarn tail. Please leave at least 2 stitch markers in there, because we need that for the little cup where we're going to put our LED light in. Okay? Well, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, we're ready to make the cup for the LED waxing light. Therefore, we're going to start off with a slip knot on our hook, and do as you prefer. Then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to make a circle, so we can work in that circle for our first round. We're doing that by slip stitching into the first chain. Insert your hook, yarn over, and pull this through the 2 loops on your hook, and there is your circle. Chain 1, crochet 10 half double crochet into the ring, yarn over, and half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Just make a little bit of space. 9 and 10, I think. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Now close this circle by slip stitching into the first half double crochet at the beginning of the round. There you go. And this is what it looks like. Round number 2. Chain 1. Now half double crochet, 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So into the first stitch, which is right there, it's the one where we just slip stitched in, 2 half double crochets in that stitch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is what we do all the way around. Okay, I have a 20 half double crochet stitches. This is another stitch to work in this round. This is the slip stitch of the previous round. Now close off the round by slip stitching into the first half double crochet at the beginning of the round. Now in this round we will be working into the back loop and into the third loop. Back loop and third loop. This is the front loop, this is the back loop, and this is the third loop. We will be working underneath these 2 loops, leaving the front loop alone. Chain 1, 2 half double crochet stitches into the same stitch, not in the front loop but in the back loop and the third loop. So you have 2 stitches on the hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 3. Let's do that again. So leaving the front loop, going into the last 2 loops here, the back loop and the third loop, grab your yarn, yarn over and pull through, pull through 2. Skipping the next stitch. Next stitch, it's easier to see with the next stitch. This is the front loop, this is the back loop, and this is the third loop right there. We're not working into this one, but in the middle and grabbing the second and the third loop, so the back loop and the third loop. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. And another stitch, another half double crochet in the same stitch. Skip 1. 2 half double crochets the same way. Skip the next. 2 half double crochet, skip the next. Not like that, but these 2. 2 half double crochet in the same stitch, skip the next. And this is what you do all the way around. I will see you guys at the very end of the round. At the very end of the round, you should slip stitch into the first half double crochet at the beginning of the round. Now basically we're going to repeat for round 4, we're going to repeat round 3. Chain 1, yarn over, and again in the second and the third loop, back loops, so in the back loop and the third loop, half double crochet twice and skipping the next stitch, 2 half double crochets in the back loop and the third loop, skipping the next stitch. It's exactly the same as what we did in the previous round. See? Front loops have been skipped. Have been skipped. And here as well. I will see you guys at the end of the round. Right, at the very end of the round, skipping the last stitch and then into the first half double crochet at the beginning of the round, a slip stitch to close off the round. Round number 5, chain 1, and just work in the normal stitch, so underneath the 2 strands of the yarn of the V on top of the half a double crochet stitch, a single crochet, 1, and this is what you do in all the stitches of this round. So this is a single crochet round only, just working into the normal stitch. And I will see you guys at the very end of the round. At the very end of the round, you should slip stitch into the first stitch at the beginning of the round. Now, pulling up my loop, I need to place a stitch marker into stitch number 11. Now, the stitch where we just closed in the previous round is our first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Place your stitch marker in stitch 11. After the stitch marker, you should have 10 stitches left. Counting the stitch marker as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the next one is where our loop is. So counting the stitch marker and the stitches after that one, that should be 10 stitches. Alright, after you close the round, you should make a chain of 12. Be sure that you do not crochet too loose, because if you crochet too loose, this little cup will be showing on the bottom side of your tube light. You want it to be or stay inside the tube light and not be like over there. If you're not sure, if you think 12 stitches for me will be too long, then do 10 stitches. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then leave a tail end approximately 15 to 20 centimeters. I know it'll be too long, but you need it to sew this together, to sew it onto your tube light. Now pull through and give it a good tug. Then turn around to your stitch right there, the stitch that you marked off. Attach your yarn to that specific 11th stitch. Take your stitch marker out, attach it, and what I always do is just crochet 2 strands together to attach it a little bit better. And now crochet your 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These should be the same. See? Okay. Now cut the yarn and leave a little bit of a tail end as well, 15 to 20 centimeters. And then I'll be back to show you guys how to put it all together. Alright, now I have both of these attached to my cup, and here on the inside we have a piece of yarn tail, and we have this on this side as well. As you can see, I just flipped it inside out, and what I'm going to do right now is just sew in these two yarn tails first before I go further, because they are just in the way. So this is the yarn tail, the beginning of the cup. I'm doing a very good job by getting the yarn through the needle. Not really. There you go. So working this yarn tail underneath the stitches right there on the inside of your work. I just turned it inside out, so I'm working on the inside. Be sure that sewing in the yarn tails is not showing on the outside. There you go. Now cut your yarn, and this is what you do with this yarn tail as well. Not the large one, but the small one, this attached right there. Just weave it through the stitches. As soon as you've done that, I'll be back to show you guys how to attach it to your tube light. I'll see you guys in a bit. This is what it looks like so far. Worked in all my yarn tails, and I'm trying my Led-Waxinelight, and it fits perfectly. Right, in the next clip I'm going to show you guys how you can attach it to your tube light. Alright, it's time to attach the cup to your tube light. As I'm filming this in my own language, which is Dutch, and I'm trying to sort of speak English, I already attached one side in my Dutch video. Now, the other side I'm going to attach with you guys, but I need to show you something first. Looking at this string, looking at this chain, you have a chain that looks different on both sides. This one is the good side. You can see the V's of the stitch. This side is a little bit messy. You cannot see the V's. Now, you need this side to be facing up when you attach it to your tube light. Now, go for just needle the thread through. Is that how you say it? I think so, I'm not sure. If you already attached the other side, be sure that it is not twisted. You don't want that either. There you go. So the wrong side should be facing you. Then on this side there is the stitch marker. Now, if we would be working into the stitch where the stitch marker is, on the outside you will be able to see that we attached something. You don't want that. So therefore, here is the stitch with the stitch marker. You go down the stitch, which is here, and attach it to the stitch. This is the stitch. See? So this is the stitch under the 2 strands of yarn of that stitch. The stitch is on top of the metal ring. Okay? So get it through, and be sure that the yarn tail here is not twisted and the wrong side is facing towards you. See? It looks a little bit messy, but that's basically because it, you know, it needs some work. It needs to hang a little bit, a couple of days. See? Then go over the stitch and sew it 1, 2 times. And for the third time we're going to make a little knot. So before you pull it completely through, go through the loop and then just pull it so you get a little bit of a knot, and then it should be secure. And then weave in the yarn tail underneath the stitches on the back side where your metal ring is. If you do that about 3 times back and forth, it should be really secured. There you go. Now this is what you need to do on both sides. And then you're basically ready. Take the stitch markers out. There you go. And remember what I said earlier, stretch it a little. It helps to get the stitches beautifully into place. You can add something a little bit heavier on the bottom side. How they're called, that you used to hang your clothes up when they dry. Don't know, can't remember. I'm probably gonna put it across the screen. Now put your put it on and then put it in there. And your tube light Desiree mini is done. It's so hard to show you guys. There you go. See, it looks great. Now, last thing, you can hang it up like that if you like. Just hang it like that. But there's something else you can do. I need to zoom out a little bit to show it a little bit better. I'm going to use my wooden ring. Now, insert your hanging loop or your chain inside the ring. Yeah? Be sure that it is all even, that it looks good. Then flip it a little like that. See, I have it. Flip it a little like that and then just fold it over. And make a knot there. And you can adjust it a little so it will be in the middle. And then it's just easier to hang somewhere. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it this way. Want me to show you that again one more time? It's super easy, basically. Make a little bit of a loop, like that. Just pull this one over, and then slide it over the ring. There it is. Then adjust it a little. If it's not in the middle, and that's it. That's all there's to it. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Well, and this is what it looks like. I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. You need to hang it for a little bit so all the wrinkles will come out. It's same with a cotton shirt. If you leave it in a corner, it will get all wrinkled, and it's the same with the tube light. It looks fantastic after a while. Now, I really enjoyed making this one. There are 2 more versions. I will be filming these over the next couple of days, so they will be online as soon as possible. Leonard will be editing these videos for me, so you will see them on my YouTube channel. I do film in Dutch and in English, but it's always in the title whether it is a Dutch video or an English video, because I'll always put that into the title of the video. Yeah, I thank you so much for your support. If you really liked it, there is an option that is called Super Thanks. You can help us financially by by giving us a little donation. You don't have to if you're not able to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It just helps us a little to keep on bringing these videos for free to you guys. That's basically it. Alright, yeah, I'm going on with the second one. This is mini, and I'm going for midi in a minute. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. For now, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you guys soon. And whatever you're going to do next, please do not forget to enjoy. Bye for now. These are the materials I'm going to use for this tutorial. You probably, well, now here is your working strand of yarn. I'll have that one. It's not the working strand. Okay, got. Okay, do not cut your yarn. We need to attach this one. Okay, even wissen. Alright, on to round number 12. 1. Then get your metal ring, your 10 centimeter metal ring, your second 10 centimeter. Whoa, seam. Now get your second 10 centimeter ring,